guys, it's Linda.
And it's Chanel. I hope everybody's doing good tonight.
And guys, I think I finally got my internet issue figured out because we've been talking for like half an hour or so.
Yeah. And we haven't had
And
any
no
problems.
issues.
So,
Woohoo!
knock on
But
wood, we're
anyway,
going to do this.
We are the ParaSister's Circle podcast, and we do have a special guest tonight. His name is Malachi. For all of y'all don't know how to pronounce his name because we didn't know how to pronounce it until we talked to him a little bit before the show. So with further ado, we're going to bring him on. So, all right. So we are live.
So if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Alrighty. My name is Malachi. I run a YouTube channel called Who's Paranormal. I try to base my content on like the northern part of Indiana, but I do get to the south a little bit. I've definitely caught some crazy things, and I've really got to talk about some of the stuff before, so I'm pretty excited.
That's what this podcast is all about.
Yeah.
Let's take
a look. Get over here and get it. So, should we tell them now since we're at the beginning of the show, or should we wait?
Oh, let's wait. Let's wait.
Okay.
We never do anything at the beginning of the show.
Put him in this cage.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about what is it called again?
Okefenokee.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and give us the lowdown on that place?
All right. So a lot of people from Okefenokee is a pretty popular place in Indiana, but some people know it as Francis Slocum State Forest. It's actually named after she was a white woman, but she was kidnapped by Native Americans in Delaware, I believe, or maybe Connecticut, and she was brought over to the Ohio and the Indiana area. Where she actually met a Miami war chief. And I don't remember the native pronunciation of it, but I know the English translation. So as they grew old together, they actually got married. As they grew old together, they ended up making a little village in the Okefenokee area, which Okefenokee's right by Peru and the Mississippi. So they had this little village called Duffman's Village. I actually think it's underwater today, but yeah, her whole family kind of buried in that area. I forget the name of the cemetery, but it's not even a mile from the place.
Okay.
So that's kind of like where the name comes from. I just wanted to get that out real quick. I've got some notes right here to help me out. I'm kind of struggling.
No, you're good. Trust me. We do notes all the time. So like when I do my the episode that we had after the weekend after our girls' weekend / investigation weekend, I had notes, and that's how I do my videos. So notes, don't worry about it. Trust me. Notes are a good thing. Trust me, they are a good thing. As always, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to hop on and ask a question, and we'll get them answered. And sorry if you hear the dog in the background. He decided that he was going to attack my Christmas tree.
Oh no! Do you realize my tree is still in the living room undecorated?
We gotta do that. We gotta do that next weekend.
I'll have it done, I swear. But I have the other two decorated.
See, we talk about anything and everything. Sorry.
Yeah, random.
We're random.
That was just random. Sorry.
All good with me. You're good. I'm here for the ride. I'll talk about
we lost her.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Uh-oh. Chanel,
Yeah, I'm right here.
your camera.
I know.
Okay.
I gotta exit.
Okay, so anyway. Are you there? Uh-oh. So we have technical difficulties every week, and it's usually me that's having the technical difficulties. And it's not this week. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry.
That's all right.
So we're still pretty new to this podcast thing. I've been on a couple of different shows. Hey, look, she's back. Can you add your? Oh, there she is. Hi.
Sorry.
Hey, now you said no technical difficulties. It's not me this week.
My power just flickered, so you just have to give me a second.
So actually, Frances Slocum, she was born in Rhode Island. That is my bad. I knew it was one of the colonies though. So,
No, you're good. Trust me, you're good.
Okay.
I think I'm back up and running. We're good. We're good to go.
Guys, I will be right back. Talk amongst yourself. I'm sorry. Girls, my girls are in the bathroom, so I'm going to go see what they're doing.
Oh, no. Yeah. Like I said, we can't ever have a normal podcast. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But, so what made you decide to start researching that area?
So it all started when I first started my YouTube channel. That was the first place that I.
Mine is giving her back. I don't know why he decided to complete until now.
Pretty wild. I passed over my camera. Definitely.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
You're good.
I'm a mama 3, and they keep me on my toes.
Definitely what got me good though. There was one night I lost my phone on one of the trails. I had a couple of friends with me. So I think I had like 5 friends with me. So me and my buddies went on one trail, and then 3 of them went on another, probably like a quarter mile off in distance, let's say. We went on this trail. I tried to have one of their sisters call my phone. It was dead though. It was cold outside, so it kind of drained the battery. It's probably about 11 o'clock at night in the winter, so it was pitch black out, middle of the night. My buddy, he tells me that he hears something like walking beside us, and I heard some like leaves crunching and stuff too. It was to the right of us. So I was kind of sketched out about that, but whatever. Probably just a deer or something, right? It sounded about the size of a deer.
A deer at 11 o'clock at night. I'm not too so sure about that.
I mean,
it could have been.
So, anyways, we started hearing these weird howls. They weren't coyote howls. I know what coyote howls sound like. I know what owls. But we heard in like different spots in the woods. And it kind of sounded like they were getting closer and kind of closing in on us. I thought it was my buddies playing a game with us first. So me and the friend that was with me, we started like howling and stuff too, just to mess with them. But we realized they weren't off in the middle of the woods. They were still like right at the beginning of the other trail. So we hang out for a minute, still looking for my phone. We hear a howl probably, like it couldn't have been more than 10 foot away from us. So I start running, and my buddy just stands there. I start running. I look back probably a good 20 foot after I started running. I just screamed run, and we booked it out of there. But I was leaving that man behind. So it's kind of that thing where I don't have to be faster than whatever's chasing me. I just have to be faster than the other person running.
Yeah. Okay, I get that.
That's what got me into it. I actually have these howls on videos. You can find it on my YouTube channel.
And we'll post your YouTube channel after the podcast today, so that if anybody wants to look at it, you have what, 3, 4 videos, maybe 5 now. So
Yeah.
Is everything okay over there?
There's definitely
Yep.
some stuff out.
So, but yeah, we've been out there one time.
Really?
One time.
Yeah,
I've been out there one time. Let's put it that way.
I've been out there twice.
Yeah, that's where we met,
Really?
in the middle of the woods.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
A year ago. Yep.
Nice.
We when Yep, we went out there for the annual kids hike that TSPI.
No, it was just a spur of the moment after for Para-Unity for me.
Yeah, well, I had been asked at Pure Unity to do it, and so we said yeah, and then all of a sudden we get there and we're walking, and I ended
There's a
up
weirdo being slow in front of me. Skinny little thing.
Hey now, okay, I've been out there 3 times. 3 times, sorry, 3 times. No, 2. I don't know how many times I've been out there. It's been so long ago, and I ended up getting attacked out there spiritually, and she helped get whatever was on me off me, and we realized that we both, it kind of just like we clicked type thing, and ever since then we've been best friends and pretty much inseparable.
Yep.
We talk every day.
I do have many theories of what I think is out there. So.
Okay. Well, what do you think's out there?
So I would like to get into a little more of the history before I talk about that.
Okay, go right ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you know how I said that Deaf Man Village was right around there, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so they were Miami natives. Miami natives centered their religion around these things called Manitou. I think I'm saying that right. I might not be, but Manitou. Manitou are, so in the Miami religion, Manitou are these beings that can pretty much shapeshift into plants, animals, people. I think it specified like nuts and stuff too for some reason.
All right.
Yeah. So, hey,
To each his own.
that as you will. But, yeah, I think what's out there is a Manitou for a few reasons. One, I actually found a video that sounded 1-to-1 like my house, like the house that I've got.
Mhm.
And out of all places, I found it on a Skinwalker compilation on YouTube.
Oh wow.
Skinwalker, you guys probably know what Skinwalkers are. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're associated with the Navajo natives.
But they're throughout Indian religion.
Yeah, but they're things that can shapeshift, right?
Yep.
Just like the Manitou. So
That's cool.
the Miami natives believe that they could contact these that they call the Manitous through dreams and stuff like that. And in their religion, there are good and bad Manitou. So one of my theories is maybe somehow before they all passed on in Deaf Man's village, one of them maybe protecting Manitou in their dreams, protect them.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just a theory, though.
Yeah, but that's an interesting theory, though.
That is an interesting theory.
I definitely did it a lot better in my video. Not very good at the whole like talking face to face. I need time to like write it out, you know.
That's
Oh
legit.
no, totally understand. That's me. last week's episode, we ended up talking about haunted locations and the history, and I ended up finding a place and putting me on the spot with history is like my brain is everywhere. So I have to take time out, and I literally have to write. Um, Here, I'll actually show you. Let me get my notebook out.
Well, not me. I
I
just
was
talk and
so
talk and talk.
You know me. I can talk and talk and talk. So this is like the Randolph County Asylum. This is all my notes that I take. And then I break it all down into one video.
I have okay, so I have the best
That's just
ever
one notebook.
was at the Randolph County Asylum
Hmm.
or the.
I love that place.
Oh my god.
I'll
Oh my god. Let me tell you. I cannot wait to go back.
I will send you guys the video as soon as we're off here. But
Definitely.
it's an apparition. Basically, you can actually see it run across the screen, and you can hear the footsteps as well.
Yeah, the women's side on the second floor is my favorite at Randolph.
It was on the women's side on the second floor, and
Yeah.
in Noah's room.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
I love that area.
that's where the security camera was. It was placed in the window of Noah's room, facing out to the hallway.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a big investigation out there. Hopefully in
I
May.
cannot wait. Cannot
Yep.
wait. Cannot wait. Sorry.
So, yep. Our team's going to be going and
I
we're
have a
taking.
bubbly personality.
No, not you. Not at all.
You wouldn't love me any other way.
You're right.
Sorry, I'm looking for a picture.
Oh, Lord.
I actually,
Oh, there it is.
I got that footage. I was actually invited out there by the Spirit Stalkers. So they're definitely Jacob and Noah. They're definitely good dudes. So they're pretty cool. They've got definitely a big following coming up on YouTube.
So
All right.
speaking of Okie Pinokie, this is a picture that was taken of me and my daughter. My 8-year-old, she's 8 now, but she ended up hiking to and from the root cellar, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And didn't get scared once, not until we heard her scream.
Nice. I've actually okay. So back on.
We jump back and forth. It's fine.
I've found the root cellar before. I've walked out there quite a few times. One time when I was trying to find it, it was getting towards kind of dark time, but it was like sunset. Let's say sunset. So there was still some sunlight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, me and a few buddies were out there, so we all split up into different groups, like you should always do, in the middle of the woods, in the haunted woods. But walkie-talkies to
Just
keep.
carry a gun.
Yeah, we had walkie-talkies to keep in contact with each other, and this is all on video, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
So we were out there screaming Stephanie's name. I'm sure you guys know the legend.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I hear my walkie-talkie kind of come in, like, I hear static coming from my walkie-talkie, right? Like someone's trying to talk to me through it.
Mm-hmm.
All I hear is like this weird voice. And it was like, I'm not gonna try to do the noise and make me look stupid, but it was like a scream, pretty much. That wasn't my friend's voice.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was right after we had screamed Stephanie.
Yeah, we've got a buddy who Jeff, he's out there almost every weekend in the summer. So it's been a while.
He can get you back there.
Yeah.
The last time I talked to Jeff, he was upset that we couldn't do our annual hike up at Okefenokee like we usually do.
Because they have.
And he can get you. Jeff, if you're watching this, he's one of like she said, one of our good friends. He can get you all the way to the root cellar and back in the dark. And I'm witness to that one. I'm witness to that one because I did it, and my daughter. which is my mini paranormal investigator, she will vouch that we walked in the dark to and from this brew cellar. It was funny.
Yeah, those woods are no joke. It's like they close in around you and they fucking they like they just spin, you know, when you're out there and I can never find my way out of there.
Yeah. That night was interesting. The one night I went, there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a lot going on.
Once
But
I
it
get
was,
that main trail there, I'm lost. I'm not.
yeah.
I've been there probably a good 10 times too. I've actually spent the night out there. I went car camping out there. So
Okay. I'm too old to do that anymore.
I'm getting there, man. I might be
I'm
young,
29.
bodies, bro. But yeah. On to the topic of Stephanie. Actually, so I like to debunk urban legends, right?
Mhm.
I love doing it. It's not like I didn't used to. I used to just spout out all this false information and stuff and just took the legends for what they were when I first started doing YouTube.
Mhm.
Then I realized that was a bad idea. No one likes false information, you know? Like
No.
if you're gonna tell people about someplace, you should tell them what really
About it.
goes on out there.
That's why I go through and I get every bit of history I can, and
Yeah,
so I can tell people, no, this is what really happened. Sorry, I gotta
exactly.
put eye drops in.
That's what I like to do. So basically, I think that the Legend of Stephanie is based on Francis Slocum. The reason that is because the Francis Slocum Cemetery and is, like I said before, less than a mile away probably, and her
Mhm.
tombstone reads. I'll read it exactly what it says. So it said her tombstone reads, "A child of English descent, born in Warwick, Rhode Island, March 1773, sorry, was carried into captivity from her father's house at Wilkes Barn, Pennsylvania, November 2nd, 1778, by Delaware Indians. Soon after the Wyoming massacre, her brothers gave persistent search but did not find her until September 21st, 1837. So the reason that I think that what Stephanie is based off of that whole event
Mhm.
is because it's a little girl that gets kidnapped, taken into the woods, and tortured. It's not exactly alike, but there's definitely some. What would you say? What would you? I don't know.
Coincidence. Yeah.
Comparison.
Mhm. Yeah, it does make sense. I mean, they seem pretty similar.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah, definitely.
then on the top, I couldn't explain some of the screams that I've heard out there though. So
Mhm.
definitely weird. So on the topic of debunking stuff, um, I've actually found out, unfortunately for paranormal investigators, but fortunately for humankind, I guess, there have actually not been eight bodies found out there. That's
Mhm. Yeah.
not true, and that's confirmed by the Mississinawa Reservoir staff.
Yeah.
So
Wait, wasn't there? Sorry to interrupt you. Last year,
yes,
if you remember right, there was somebody that was killed out there, and his body was found out there, Chanel, where we parked at.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
that?
yeah,
Mhm.
from Summitville.
Yeah. I was just say.
That was him. It wasn't last year though. I think it was in like 2018,
I was
2017.
just say.
Oh, I didn't mean like last year.
Oh,
I was asking Chanel.
Yeah, I was
Remember
just
when we
say
were
Jeff
there
was
last
telling us
year?
about that.
Jeff was telling us that there was somebody murdered out there. He was lured out there.
yeah,
Drug deal gone bad, pretty much, was murdered, and then his body was left out there.
Yeah. So yeah, his name was Drake Smith. I actually graduated from the same school he went to, Madison Grant. But he lived in Summitville. That's right around the Fairmount area in Grant County.
Right.
I grew up in Well, I spent a lot of time in Gas City. I like to say I grew up there, like around where I was born. But I spent a lot of time out there in my younger days, I guess. But yeah, his name was Drake Smith. He was killed by Ethan Kane and Josh. Hold on, Josh something.
Wasn't there a girl involved too?
Yeah, Brittany Morris. She was the one that let him out there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but yeah, it was
That's
pretty much
crazy.
a deal gone bad. Basically, they tried to rob him. He wouldn't give them everything, so they hit him in the head with a lead pipe, and they left him out there.
What's with people in pipes? I swear to God.
It's like a Clue game.
Yes.
They actually just got sentenced not too long ago. I've got their sentencings in here too. For some reason, the guy that was actually said to have like dealt the last blow, he got the least amount of time. I'm pretty sure. For some reason,
But that's just our justice system. I'm sorry if anybody that's watching that's in the law enforcement or whatever. I support our law enforcement, but I don't support what like stuff like like that girl that murdered those 3 kids with the car. She got a slap on the wrist, in my opinion.
so from what I took out of this case, Joshua King dealt the last blow, but he didn't get sentenced to murder. Ethan Kane actually went to get the maximum sentence of 55 years for murder. And that's the maximum in Indiana, I think, for murder. And then Joshua King, he was sentenced to 30 years for robbery. Then,
Yeah.
yeah, that was the one that I thought dealt the last blow, but I guess I could be wrong. I mean, it would make sense if I was. But then Brittany Morris, she was sentenced to 48 years for inducing or aiding in murder, and there were a few other charges in there too. But
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
But okay, so I do have one more theory, or I have one more legend that I've I think I've debunked.
Okay. I'd love to hear it.
That
Right?
would be, the one that talks about Joey Peoria.
I don't think I've heard that one.
You guys haven't heard of it? It's the guy that was supposed to have killed his friends out there.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So if you go to the Geocache website, they have like a whole little paragraph about him and him going out there and murdering him. They even have pictures that were supposedly of him. But if you look up Joey Peoria murders or missing people or anything like that, you can't find anything except,
really?
which is pretty weird in itself.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that there have been no reported bodies out there except for Drake Smith. So this was said to have been done in the 70s, I think.
I was gonna say, I think I've seen those photos before. They're really old.
Yeah. So there was recently a guy from Peru. He wasn't found, but his murder was solved. I forget what his name was. I know it wasn't Joey though, because I thought it was that. Let me look it up here if that's all right.
Okay. Yeah. Go
No,
right
you're
ahead.
fine.
Basically, it was a serial killer's victim. I think it was the interstate killer's victim. One of them,
Okay.
I think it was I think that's what his name was, the Interstate Killer. But he was kidnapped in the 70s from Peru. So that's pretty much. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that it would
That
be
would connect.
on. Yeah, I definitely haven't found much that would compare the two. At just
Yeah.
same time, they both happened in the 70s. They they both allegedly lived in Peru. But there is a small town near Okefenokee that's called Peoria.
I was
So
gonna say you have to go through Peoria to get there, don't you?
yeah, so that could have something to do. I did look
Mm-hmm.
up like who the founder of the town was just to see if it was like named after a family or something. And as far as I know, it was not. It was actually named. I believe it was named after the Peoria Native tribe from Oklahoma, I think.
Okay.
So I did try to compare that to another dead end. So maybe someone's just pulling the Joey Peoria story out of their butt or something.
Could be. It would be a good geocache thing, though.
Yeah, geocache is the only place that I've found it.
Yeah.
If you do look at the person that the murder that was just solved and
Mm-hmm.
compare pictures, they almost look like they could be.
Okay. Take a look at that. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me take a look. Let me take a look.
She's looking.
Okay. As far from what I remember, they kind of looked alike.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not too off.
It's been a minute since I don't think I've ever seen them like 1-to-1 together,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Not
can
too bad.
real quick. I think if I okay, yeah, they don't. Yeah, I don't know. From the one picture they do have, it doesn't. I mean, you'd really have to fit in the angle there to get it to look like Joey Peoria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like that. That's what I was taking a look at.
Yeah, that guy, he looks a little younger too. So Joey Peoria, he looks pretty up there. Not like so up there. The two pictures on the geocache website, I'm looking at them right now. They look like two different people altogether too.
Could they be like photoshopped?
Possibly, I guess. Yeah. Anything.
Because I mean, some of the stuff that I've run across, like in my history research for some, quite a few different places. Like I said, I have like 200 places that I've done. There'd be one story told, and then another story told, and it's about the same person, but yet I've actually found where one of them has actually been photoshopped to look like a completely different person. So
Really? Yeah, that I guess
yeah.
that's no. But yeah, I do. I love doing this stuff. I do.
Hey, that's your passion. That's what
Mm-hmm.
my passion is. I used to have a team. I used to have a team named L&L Paranormal Investigations. I shut that team down in October, took a month off to focus on my paranormal history, and then I joined Indiana Crossroad Encounters 3 days ago.
My team.
So,
Yeah, I've never really had a set team or anything like that. I've typically been solo.
A lot of people go solo, but when you go into the bigger locations and stuff like that, and bringing in more evidence, a couple set of eyes kind of helps.
I'll say I have.
I do. I improvise a little bit. I have a few Wazy security cameras with night vision on them to set up around the place, so they alert me if anything's going on somewhere that I'm not. So that definitely helps. But
Yeah,
Say I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on all my equipment. I have a full blown surveillance camera system with night vision that alerts me. And my favorite piece of equipment, and she already knows what my favorite piece of equipment is my Boo Buddy.
nice. Yeah,
I'll tell you my favorite piece of equipment. No equipment
Huh?
at all. I said my favorite piece of equipment is no equipment at all.
You love my SLS camera.
It's a little bit too bulky though. I'd rather just
Oh,
do a
no.
solo by myself in the
Yeah,
dark.
but guess what? I found out locally where I can go get a new SLS camera.
Oh, in Claypool?
Fort Wayne.
Okay. So that's not locally.
we're at Fort
Yeah.
Wayne.
He I don't know if he's part of Old World or not, but Old World shared it, and it's at the Bell Mansion. Or you can go directly through him.
Really nice.
I
Oh,
seen it in one of the
good
paranormal.
I've got a
So
cheaper
I got excited.
camera, but that's kind of torn apart right now. So it's not like broke or anything. I can put it back together. I just like to use the little stand that I got for it for my GoPro and stuff like that.
Well, last night
Mine's
at the
broke.
private we did, they used an SLS camera upstairs. It was so cold. There was no heat up in that top floor. No.
No, thank you.
But yeah, we did get some pretty good evidence. So
I like staying warm.
I'll wait until spring to go back if they let me go back. But
What'd you do?
it was cold. They say
Oh,
spirits aren't affected by cold, but let me tell you, 19 degrees was way too cold for even them.
Some of the pictures you were sending me, I swear, those are some creepy looking pictures.
Yep.
so okay, so I live in Huntington, right?
Mhm.
We have this place in Huntington called Evergreen Park. It's where the old asylum once was.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have heard about it or not.
I had family in Huntington, but it's been many, many, many years.
So this park, like I said, it was technically it wasn't really an asylum. It did have like a mental health wing.
Mhm.
Mental health.
Yeah.
It was technically considered a poorhouse,
Mhm.
exactly like the Randolph County Infirmary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a poor farm, whatever you want to call it. I've been out there. They have what's called paupers' graves out there.
Yep.
I forget the county home cemetery, I believe, is what the name of the cemetery is. So there's not actually any like grave.
No, there's nothing marked out there.
So they have a
Just
fence that you're not supposed to cross. Obviously, I crossed it because
We all.
why not? It was a bad
me
idea,
and Chanel get in trouble. We're trouble together.
really. It was a terribly bad idea though because I took a spirit box out there. Before doing any research, I took a couple pieces of equipment out there. I took a spirit box out there, turned it on. I was turning up the volume. It got stuck on 22.
Give me a drink.
I have video to prove this. I promise. I'll send whatever evidence you want me to after the show.
Yeah, send it all over. We'll post anything.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
we're listening.
but
Can you really see where the graves are sunk in? Oh,
yeah.
you can really using a thermal. I've crossed that fence many. Hi, Corey.
Of course,
you did,
Corey.
Corey.
You would cross
Only
that
you.
Not only him. We all know that.
Corey is part of the Shadow Seekers. He is he's one of our close friends too, and he is pretty awesome.
He's out of Wabash.
Yep.
Really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see them even without thermal pretty well. You can see where it's sunk in there. That's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Like I said, my spirit box got stuck on 22 when I was turning. It only goes up to 22.
Mm-hmm.
After that day, my spirit box doesn't work anymore.
Oh wow.
So, and after that day, after I crossed the fence, I started getting like a lot of weird activity in the room that I'm in right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got so much like evidence captured on security cameras and stuff of this room. My fire alarm, it used to, right after I crossed the fence, it would go off at 10:45 exactly every single night.
Oh wow.
I had plenty of videos of it. It was annoying. It was so annoying there for a minute. This is my daughter's room, so she's 8 months old now. She was probably five
Mhm.
or 5 months old when this started happening. Her little mobile thing, it would spin by itself all the time. So I set out my EMF meter and my REM pod and all that stuff to see if anything would light up. One night, the fire alarm goes off. It's right up there. The fire alarm goes off at 10:45, like it did every night there for a little while. The thing starts spinning. The mobile starts spinning. My REM pod goes off, and my EMF meter goes off all at the same time. So it was some crazy stuff. I've got that on video.
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah,
I'm
but
all about
I,
watching other people's evidence. I am horrible about collecting my own.
I'd
but
be like, nope, not today, not today. Get the sage.
the reason that I brought up my spirit box freezing on 22, there's actually 22 people buried in that cemetery.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
I swear I didn't find that out until after.
Well, that's how it always happens.
Yeah.
A bunch of stuff happens. Then you go back and look, research, and you go, well, oh, I sorry, I did it. I said shit. See that look?
Yeah.
I'm not very PG.
I'm definitely a believer and all kinds of stuff. I'm very open minded because of my own experiences.
So, have you only investigated in Indiana?
No,
No.
no,
Where else
not.
have you investigated at?
So okay, so I've investigated at Land Between the Lakes.
Mhm.
I've invested mostly Kentucky. There's a
Okay.
place called Almo, Kentucky. I've investigated in Murray, Kentucky, which is where the Vampire Clan of Kentucky was. That's not. They're not real vampires. I swear. But
Right. No.
it's like a little gang of people that actually murdered someone in Florida, or a couple in Florida. But I've investigated around Murray, Kentucky, which is where they were brought up. Um, I don't know if I've actually went anywhere other than Indiana and Kentucky though.
Okay.
Um, I guess in my time, that's true for the time that I've been doing YouTube. I've
Mhm.
actually been to Savannah, Georgia, and I had like a little EMF meter and all that there, but I didn't
I
record.
love the square in Savannah.
Yeah,
I've been there a few times, and then just sitting down there on the square,
yeah,
that place is just, it doesn't matter what time of day, it's active. It's crazy active.
that's very ghostly city.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
ghostly city.
I've
Uh,
lived all over the place, so
so I've got
I've
a
lived in Kentucky and Indiana. Those are the only two places I've lived.
really.
So
I've only well, no, I'm with you actually. I've lived in Kentucky too, but Kentucky and Indiana is it. So I've actually got a picture in Savannah, Georgia. of me going up and crossing the fence and jumping up and touching a statue. It was some Native American.
I think I know where. If you cross the fence, I know where you're talking about.
I crossed the fence and I went ahead and gave that dude a high five. And in the picture, you actually see like a giant orb
Yep.
right where his head is.
Yep. Like I said, I know exactly where you're talking about, and you're lucky they didn't arrest you.
I was like 16 at the time, 15, 16. That was
He doesn't like to be touched.
yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, does somebody else have, like, if any of our viewers have any questions?
Where can I see the chats and stuff like that? Just on Facebook or what?
You can
Good
see
night,
it in our live
Corey.
stream, and you can catch it on any of the lives on the different pages. Night, Corey. Have a good week. Thanks for stopping in.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.
He's an early bird like Ben. Ben has to
Hey,
be.
Ben just liked our video.
Yeah, I think he's walking the dogs. As soon as we get off here, I have to clear off all this in here so he can go to sleep. He's got to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, I am. So, do you have any questions for us?
Do I?
Yeah.
What is your guys' favorite location in Indiana?
Why do you gotta make me choose?
Favorite location?
Or top three? I can do top three if you can't choose one.
The Monroe House, Randolph, and Stone.
Nice.
Ooh, Stone would be up there. But I have to say, nobody goes. It's a private location. Grace Lawn. It's my top. I love Grace Lawn. And I don't know.
I haven't investigated very many places, so
My other,
but
I would have to say, after Grace Lawn, it would be I did a private in a old nursing home that was closed. It was closed down. It was
wait, no.
known for abusing special needs. Let's put it this way: I don't run from anything. I will face it head on and just, let's do this. My ass ran out of that building. I was done.
I'm changing my three. It's K County Jail, Stone Mansion, and Randolph.
Stone Mansion's pretty cool. I've been there too.
Several times. I was lucky. I was one of the first investigators to be in Stone Mansion. So
Are we going back this year?
I believe
I don't think so.
I may have
We
been
need to.
I think I was in the first 5 or 6 people to go there with the Spirit Stalkers. They just opened like 2 years ago, though, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah. I think I was one of the first few, too.
Yeah, they did. To open up the house, they did a flashlight tour and investigation night. Nobody booked. Nobody for the whole. Nobody knew what they were. So I was all like, "I'll book the whole thing. Give me the whole night." So I took it.
I have a vendetta against that stupid groundskeeper. We're gonna go at it again. I promise you. I will win that fight this time, like I did last time.
I don't know if we have Stone Mansion on our list this year. We've got Whisper Estates, Hannah House,
Ooh,
Randolph.
I cannot wait for that one either.
We've got.
So I mean, if you're
locations that we're going to be doing this year, plus many investigations.
So next year, hopefully they have it, which they should, and hopefully Jason is the promoter for this. the Paranormal Day celebration down at the Hannah House in Indianapolis.
Mhm.
That's where I got started doing more and more. That was my first ever like paranormal event,
Nice.
and I cannot be more thankful for that. That place and Para Unity holds a special place in my heart.
Scott, the owner, did say that they are doing Paranormal Day. So
Yes, yes.
when I got a hold of them to start getting something
Oh,
booked,
cannot
so
wait. Cannot wait.
it's
Cannot wait.
it's going to be Indiana Crossroad Encounters and Things is who's going to be investigating, which I am totally excited about teaming up with Things Network. So,
Jeremy!
yo,
I'm
Shout out
definitely
to
looking.
Jeremy.
I'm definitely looking to get more connected in the.
well, we're going to be doing a few events this year. Our big event
Yep.
is, and I'm being selfish. I don't care what anybody. My birthday weekend, we're going to Randolph County for that Saturday.
Nice.
So we're
Oh, I
going to be
cannot wait.
we'll be selling tickets at the first of the year. So
Where can I get
And I've done
a ticket?
Indiana Crossroad Encounters. That's where we'll be posting. I post all of our information, updates, everything.
Now, is that for the whole night?
Yep,
Or okay.
yep. We guests will arrive about 7 o'clock,
Okay.
and they can stay with us up until 9 a.m.
Nice. Okay.
I'm doing Lulu's room by myself.
You're sleeping in Lulu's room by yourself, plain and simple.
Yes!
You
I'll,
made
def-
that
Yes!
decision.
I'll definitely see
Oh, yeah.
if I
Yeah,
can go. Around when would that be?
May 6th. We're hoping to get the May 6th the date.
Nice.
Oh, you know Kate's gonna let you have it. Come on now.
I hope. So. Hey, I can try. I can. I can't say she's.
Did you see Ben? He goes,
Hey, I made enough money yesterday for the show. I can pay for 4 of our 6 locations. So
I am beyond excited. Like, so, anyway, any more questions for us? Sorry. Like I said, we're all over the
we
place.
get
So,
all.
You're, you're all good. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Do you have any plans for any more YouTube videos coming up? You're going to be doing an investigation.
Yes. So
it's
right
gonna be
now
cold.
I am working on kind of it's supposed to be a 10 episode series, but we'll see how far I get into it. I'm gonna I'm gonna start working on episode 4 tonight. So hopefully I'll have that out next Monday. It's gonna be on Stubb Cemetery, I think. So and then
Oh.
the next one is probably gonna be on the Bermuda Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
So
People have been
yeah,
trying to debunk that for
but
years. They can't figure it out.
I'm sorry, but living in Key West, knowing that living at the Devil's Tip, I swear the Bermuda Triangle is real. But
yeah,
Oh yeah, I believe it's real too. But people, and also you're gonna have a lot of skeptics and stuff, because I did want to point this out. I did see like what I took as a mean comment on your post from where I found you at. That was really mean to me. It was. So you're gonna have skeptics in your life, and just what, keep moving forward and proving those people wrong. And if they don't like it, well, there's the door.
yeah.
pretty much.
I had a few other words in my brain that I wanted to say, but I can't say those right now. Because
Yeah.
if I say those, I get myself in trouble. I get myself in trouble a lot.
What are you talking about? We are trouble. That's
I
why we keep it
know.
this way. If we do it this
We
way,
are.
together.
I believe I'm one away from 300 subscribers right now.
That's pretty good.
That
Yeah.
is good. That is
Not
good.
bad at all. I hate it because the Spirit Stalkers, they actually started a year after me.
Hmm.
I have 2,000 some, almost 3,000, I think.
Well, all you got to do is keep posting at places. So, one
I'm
step in
not,
front.
I'm not very good at being consistent. That's all. And I really, really want a social media manager, but I can't find it.
Good luck. I find those might be a little more expensive.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Jeremy York, we wouldn't. I don't even know where this podcast would be. I really don't.
I honestly, so a little background in our podcast, okay? I was bugging her and bugging her and bugging her to do a podcast, and she goes, no, 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 no. And then one day she goes, hey, do you still want to do the podcast? I was like, yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. Our first episode, we were just on there, like we are now. We're just talking, no really topics or nothing, because if you go back, you'll see it's just me and her, and we're just sitting there, just kicking back, relaxing, and talking, about random things, like whatever. And our podcast ended. It wasn't an hour long. I think it was like what, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that.
Mhm.
And then like not even 2 hours after that podcast ended, I got a message from Jeremy asking if we were going to be doing this, and if this was going to, 6 p.m. was going to be our time slot. I thought we were overstepping on somebody in his network. So I was like, yeah, that's what we wanted. If we need to, we can readjust it. And he goes, no, I wanted to offer you a spot
Yep.
in our network. And I was like, what?
And for things network being worldwide, I mean, I couldn't be more happy. Two
Right,
nobodies
neither could
is
I.
what we call.
So,
Yeah.
but it was amazing. So
Nice.
it was really amazing. And here we are. And out of all of our episodes, last weekend was the only one that got flagged.
Yeah, that
But we were
dang.
having a lot of technical issues last week too. So, and hey, guess what, Chanel? Guess what?
What?
I've had not any problems tonight. Bam! I am super excited about that. It was my laptop.
Well,
So
I had problems, but I live with a problem all the time, 24/7.
hey, I noticed that he wasn't playing with the mic tonight.
That's because it's tape.
Oh, you taped it? Because he was playing with the mic last week.
Yeah. So,
We both have.
attachments.
Yeah, we both have attachments. Yeah. I'm an empath medium, so.
Nice.
I'm not even telling you my titles.
Mm.
They are beyond it.
Figuring all that stuff out from
If you go back into our previous episodes, you'll find out her title. She said it quite a few times.
yeah. I'll definitely have to give some of those a look. I did watch, I think, episode 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what episode 5 is.
Yeah.
What episode is that?
It's either, I think that was just Jason.
What is it? Was it Jason?
I think it was Jason. It was a dude with a headset.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Jason! Hi,
does-
Jason, if you ever watch this.
He does some good promoting. He's a paranormal promoter. So.
I really hope that he does what he said he was going to do. I would be so in heaven with that series.
Yeah, I'm excited. Anything
I know, me
he
too.
puts his mind to, he does it.
Mm-hmm.
But oh wow, it is.
Oh, wow.
58.
So,
We have totally enjoyed having you on tonight, Malachi.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome.
Definitely, and post your YouTube to the page, and we'll get that approved, and everybody can go check him out. He's got his own YouTube channel, so
yeah. And then also, if you see any questions or anything or comments on the video that's directed, you can feel free to go ahead and comment any answers on there. So, yeah. But like always, guys, I'm Linda.
I'm Chanel. So thank you for joining us.
And
It is the Paris
yes.
Sister Circle podcast. All right. Night, guys.